profitable book, Historical Reminiscence of Army Training Command and Directorate of Research Concept of Doctrine from 2012 to 2023, and this also will be launched today. I must stress here that our commitment to delivering the Army Doctrine publication will persist until the final edition, and we, the Directorate, will always remain steadfast in our readiness to undertake any challenge in service of the Sri Lanka Army. Finally, I kindly request all colonel of the regiment, colonel commandants, and all formation commanders, for that matter, all senior officers, to encourage officers under your command to read and study these publications, because we make a lot of commitment and spend millions of money to produce this publication. Due to the financial constraint this time, we printed only hundreds copies from each publication, and the distribution of hard copies as shown on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, the Directorate of RCD appreciate your valuable comments, feedbacks, and the observation to improve these Army Doctrine publications in future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your brief introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, to commence the presentation of the Army Doctrine publications, I would respectfully invite the Director General General Staff, Major General MG WWW MCB Vikramasinghe, RWP, RSP, NDU, PSC, to present the 10 Army Doctrine publications to our esteemed Chief Guest. It is with great respect and honor that I invite the Commander of the Sri Lanka Army, Lieutenant General HLVM Liyanage, RWP, RSP, NDU, to receive these publications. I also request the Director of the Directorate of Research Concept and Doctrine to accompany the Chief Guest to the stage, please. Ladies and gentlemen, now the Commander will receive the latest edition of the Capstone Doctrine 2023, and it will be followed by the other publications.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to invite the wing heads and the staff officers of the Directorate of RCD to present the Army Doctrine publications to our distinguished guests who are gracing the occasion with us today. Thank you, sir. Now, the launching of e-copies of the publications will take place, and I would respectfully invite the chief guest to launch the e-copies of the publications.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, beyond the Army Doctrine publications, the Directorate of RCD undertook an extraordinary endeavor to compile a pictorial coffee table book, capturing nostalgic memories of RTRAC and the Directorate of RCD. To inaugurate the proceedings, I cordially invite Lieutenant Colonel D.L.U. Ditabru, RWP, RSP, USP, PSC, the Colonel Doctrine, and also the Overlooking Brigadier Doctrine to introduce this book to our respected audience. Over to you, sir.
Honorable Chief Guest, Commander of the Sri Lanka Army, Lieutenant General HLVM Liyanage, RWP, RSP, NDU, Principal Staff Officers, Commandants of Army War College and the Defense Services Command and Staff College, Arms Advisors, Directors, Senior Officers, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's a well-known fact, ladies and gentlemen, that people tend to forget the past. And to rekindle our minds, it often requires recorded history. History of an organization should be unbiased with accurate record of events in a chronological order. In this endeavor, identifying the importance of it, the Directorate of Research, Concept and Doctrine undertook the responsibility of recording its brief history, including of its precursor, the Army Training Command, of just over 1 decade. The name RTRAC may have faded away from our minds, but our Directorate endeavored to bridge this gap by encapsulating the historical reminiscences of RTRAC and the Directorate of RCD. Thus, it is indeed a great pleasure for me to pronounce the completion of a pictorial coffee table book by our Directorate, in addition to over 40 doctrinal and other publications that we were able to launch within a short span of 3 years. The pages of this pictorial coffee table book chronicle an array of events of RTRAC and the Directorate of RCD, like the opening ceremony of RTRAC, doctrine launching ceremonies that were held so far since the inception of the RTRAC, anniversary celebrations, visits by foreign and local delegations, taking over duties by our track commanders and directors of RCD, monitoring visits, lecture sessions conducted for over 3,000 officers on doctrine in the SF headquarters, regimental centers, and officer training establishments as guided by the DGGS, our track commanders and directors of RCD, family get-togethers, diners clubs, and demonstrations conducted on new doctrinal concepts. Within these pages, you will be able to track a record of all appointment holders, including commanders of our track and directors and director generals of Directorate of RCD, who have contributed to this remarkable legacy, and the doctrine publications by our track and the Directorate of RCD so far have also been included. As the kernel doctrine of this prestigious directorate, on behalf of the Director RCD, I invite you to share our memories and the milestones that have shaped our track and the Directorate of RCD over these years. I must emphasize here that this is not a comprehensive compilation, but we, the editorial board, made an effort to include most important events according to a chronology. This book is not just a historical account, it is a celebration of the bond that ties us together as military family. Further, I must appreciate the assistance extended by the Colonel of the Regiment Sri Lanka Light Infantry and the White Haggle publication section for making arrangements to print 3 copies of this coffee table book free of charge for us on our request. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to invite the director of the Directorate of RCD to present a copy of the coffee table book to our esteemed chief guest. I now most respectfully invite the commander of the Sri Lanka Army, Lieutenant General HLVM Liyanage, RWP RSP NDU, to receive it from the director.
So please bear with us for a moment. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, the chief guest will upload the e-copy to the Army e-portal. Thank you, sir. This marks the culmination of the event, and I thank all the dignitaries for attending this grand ceremony on behalf of the Directorate of RCD. And I invite all the dignitaries to proceed to the designated area for refreshments. Thank you.